you hear my toilet flushing? It's awkward.
No,
Anyways, okay, thank God.
no.
Alright, so
Let's
and
hope my voice is good this time, by the way.
yeah, last time I had it, they'll stop audio off because I'm stupid. But this time it's on, so don't worry.
Nice.
Anyways, in this game, this is another custom, Trout or Scrim, whatever. And you're playing Graves versus Camille. Eric Zhang, the one trick cane. Funny. Funny enough, top lane is San versus Kled. Mid, Echo versus Zoe and bot. Zaya. Thresh versus Kate Alistar. So first of all, who does your drafts? Do you guys just all draft together?
Literally, it's like solo queue basically.
Alright, because your team comp is terrible. You guys have like no good hard CC. Echo's W has to like be, you know, set up for him. Like no one's gonna walk into Echo W. I mean, you have Sion and Thresh, but aside from that, Gray has no hard CC. Zaya has a root, and it's like pretty much hard to. You can't start a fight with a root. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you need like a really good initiator. Maybe like a Lissandra mid or something for Graves to be more useful. But anyways. Alright, so I like this ward. I taught you this. Good. Very good. Did you tell Sign to ward this as well?
No, I did. I don't think he did though.
You told him on voice, ward the other entrance, and he didn't do it. Why?
I don't remember if I did.
That's... whatever. Anyways. So what goes wrong this game? My first question.
Honestly, mostly team fights, but I'm wondering if my pathing could have been better.
Alright, let's see it. Are you running Water Walking or Gathering Storm?
Water walking.
I can't control X. Okay, that's fine. So you're playing for like early game pressure?
No.
And why would you run Water Walking?
Well, versus Camille, I feel like it's kind of necessary.
I mean, if you're gonna try to pressure the map and you have like winning lanes, yeah, because Zoe's like one of the strongest level 2s in the game. But Echo, not as much without Ignite, and she doesn't... Echo can't pick up like Redemption and Ignites and such, so... Besides the point.
So you have gone not absolute focus, Gathering Storm for Galen.
If you guys aren't playing for early game, yeah. Because Graves has a really good match from the Camille if no one dies early game, you just outpath her. You clear faster, higher health, and you'll just out-level her the whole game. Because she can't do Krug's first rotation that easily as you can. But you saw her on the ward, so... What, do you know what spell Thresh has? Did you ask him?
No, I didn't.
Okay, because
Could this not been a kill if he had play?
if he had
I
Q...
think he had hook.
No, he has E.
Actually.
Like,
He has E? Okay, never
you
mind.
guys should all... Like, he should never level up an ability, level 1. I mean, this comes down to, like, team play, right? He should never level up an ability unless you tell him to. Because if you walk through this brush, you can tell based off their body language whether or not it's warded, right? And you guys can probably get, like, easy sums or maybe even a kill. But instead, like, this is a safer play. I like the pings, good, because some of your teammates don't speak English. Based off how they play. Okay, this sweeper is pretty bad. I don't like the sweeper. You know why I don't like the sweeper?
Because it doesn't hit the dot brush.
Yes, you always want to, like, your goal here. Mid is, like, pretty neutral. I would have preferably hit it top, use my red trinket, and then push it bottom. Because you don't want to get like flying. Based off Zoe's body language, you know if she's coming or not. Alright, this is quite risky.
I assume he went straight to my blue, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So
It's not bad, at least you don't die, but...
I don't know if I need to flash that. I'd love on him, but bot would have.
No, you definitely have to flash. I'm just wondering, like, where's the ward? You warded this, and then none of your laner, like, why would he ward this? Just for the gank? But what did Echo not ward? Echo still has trinket.
Yeah.
So is there a reason for that? Like, I don't understand.
So I just told him ward the blue entrance.
Echo, yes, should have warded your blue. Because you warded this, it's going to expire 90 seconds. Your top lane warded this. So this entrance is covered. However, this entrance is not covered. So you don't know if he's on your blue or not. Right? Yeah. And that just comes down to like team play and you like telling your teammates. Because you lost your flash. And now you're in an awkward spot.
I don't know how how that ganked worked when we just saw him, but
I mean, it didn't really work, but he does get chunked and he kind of gets zoned off the wave for a bit.
yeah.
But end of the line is actually ends up being good for you, but could have been better. How do you get solo kill in this lane? Nope. Alright, so top solo killed. We know he's on blue, that's good. Is that you pinging? Good, I like the pings. Even if you're on voice comms, better just ping, because you can never trust your teammates. Alright, so what do you know right now? Top is dead, Cled's reset, right? Go ahead.
Well, just by counting CS, you know, he did red to bot grab and there's nothing else.
Red to top grab.
Well, yeah, my bad, red to top grab.
And you
So
know Kimmel struggles with these.
His, yeah, Krug and Raptors are up.
If
I don't know why I'm firing.
Yeah, if I were you, I would prioritize these camps rather than your own. Because you can take these whenever, right? We know she's bot side. And you want to get these off the map as soon as possible. Sorry, because as soon as she goes for these camps, by the time she resets and goes top or like ganks bot, she won't have, like, you'll be reset and you'll be able to go to your camps and then reset and go back bot side for your Krugs and potentially gank bot or start Drake or something. You understand?
Yeah.
Against champs like Camille and Zinzal or like super cheese early games is what you're supposed to do. Prioritize their camps over yours when you know what they're up. But obviously if you walk in a war, there's a chance they might like two-man you because your top lane got solo killed and Zoe is strong early game. But he does get a kill. Okay, nice. You do go and you end up going to jungle. That's very good. Even though you went a bit late, it's better than nothing. Unfortunately, like I said before, like you have really no setup in lanes. Maybe top lane is a bit gankable now that you know he has no flash. Most likely, your teammate communicated that to you. However, mid is pretty unkillable, I would say. Without red buff. So you end up going top. It's in the spot where it's very gankable. He wants to push the wave, perhaps reset the wave.
I thought about going for Krugs, but I felt like this is better because they might get collapsed on if I go for that.
I mean, it's pretty dangerous because you know Camille's reset top side, but
yeah,
I don't see on our ward yet. But we know he has no flash. It's pretty free kill. It's good. I like this gank better than Krugs. Krugs is way more risky because if you go for Krugs and the wave is neutral here, he can give up the last 4 or 5 CS and just kill you here. Because you have no flash, right? Camille Cled will just sit on you and you're dead. So this gank was way better than actually going to his Krug. I think Raptors and Krug or top gank was the best option. Because look at it now, you're level 5, he's level 3. You're winning early game so hard, even though he got a gank off. Only issue is you haven't shopped yet. I don't like how you're walking in your jungle right now. This is not good.
I'm greeting for a crab because I know I have 2 levels, even though I didn't shop.
I guess it works because your teammates came. But in theory, when you haven't shopped...
And I tell them to run VC All-Star, so just book it.
Yeah. But I don't think the crab was even like worth investing time into. Like how much gold you had? Like 1200, 1500 gold. That's a lot. Your Raptors should spawn like 30 seconds. Actually, right now, I don't realize. So your camp timers are 2 minutes 30. And you just want to reset as soon as possible. Like this crab's an end of the world. Early game crabs aren't that big of a deal. But still, I think it wasn't like you play early game very good so far. Like almost Tarzan level, I'd say. Yeah, your goal this game to like outpath Camille as fast as possible and like become way more useful. Get these Krugs as soon as possible, like as many times as you can, because she's in her first rotation Krugs. They're level 1 Krugs. She's not getting as much gold and XP as you are, and that's why sometimes it's better to not even take enemies level 1 Krugs if it's that much harder. Look how it took like 25 seconds to do them.
Yeah.
So if you can like time that, if it's a jungle that does
for the second ones.
Right. But you don't have to take Krugs. So that's why I like taking Raptors here rather than Krugs as well. So that was like the best decision making you could have made in the situation you were in. But this one you have probably right, double longsword, yep. No pink words again. I guess you had no gold.
I didn't have gold for it this time.
Alright, I understand. I believe you. Good. Get those Krugs. Just bear in mind your Krugs respawn 4:30. If you can, better to be there as soon as possible. Not 2 minutes 30, give or take. So like 4:25 or something. Yeah, you're up what? 600 gold at 7 minutes. That's a lot. But at this point, you should know he's bot side, right? His camps are respawned. You took his Raptors, he most likely took his Krugs, plus his red buff. So I'm assuming you're reading the gank here?
Yeah, I was
That's
assuming
good.
she would gank here, but she ended up not.
I don't like Thresh walking up. It's kind of giving it away. I think you should have started Drake. Or got River Vision.
Yeah, after a while, I was like, this is taking too long. Just push the wave and rotate to Drake.
Wow, that was really bad.
Yeah, I make the call over here.
They have a lot of wards in your jungle. Anyways, you guys need to like start getting early pings. Like, they have way more control in rivers compared to you guys, and that's like key for Camille. That makes her ganks way more efficient and reliable. I like going for the Drake here though. They actually understand you're on it. It's really good. Oh, I don't really like the reset. I mean,
No?
actually, yeah, you don't have vision of her. It's not bad. Like, preferably I'd like to reset on like Warrior and Pink Ward.
No, gotcha.
But again, you don't have vision. You only have this entrance warded, and Echo hasn't warded anything here, so she can easily kill you in your jungle, potentially. So it isn't that bad, but you always want your power spike of Warrior as soon as possible. But so far, so good. I'd say you went early game pretty hard. Unfortunately, your top laner is outclassed this game. She's like, you would know that this crab is taken if there's a ward here, because you've seen her do it, right? So you're just like wasting time walking to it. I think you could have played that better, but like mechanically it's still 1-for-1, so it's not the worst.
What do you think I should have done differently?
Alright, so the moment you see Camille engage, you should be walking this way, finishing your blue buff with autos so you can get your E back up. Right now it's like on like a 9-second cooldown or something. Because now you're already starting this, and I don't know if it's like, you should understand he's being hit, right? You can look at his health bar, or he should be saying Camille's on me, Camille's on me.
Yeah, I see that like at this point.
So you end up going, you smite red, which is not ideal. But you still end up getting 1 for, that's what I'm saying, like, it doesn't change much, but if they had heavier engage, it could have been a difference between you living and dying, you know? But it's like pretty 1-for-1 in that situation, didn't do anything. In other circumstances it might, but yeah, at this point you're pretty ahead still. I would like to reset here. You probably have enough gold for, yep, you have enough gold for your items. I don't know why you're going mid. He has TP, doesn't he? He does.
He ends up saving up. I just
Alright. That works too. Typically in competitive play, people like laners need the canoes, but that works too.
Not this guy.
That's good for you then. It's actually really good. And since you stayed for the mid wave, I guess we can farm this too. Alright.
I think I just go for my Krugs because they're up anyways.
Yeah, you're already there, might as well. Basically, this whole game, every time you're bot side, Camille's bot side, every time you're top side, Camille's top side, because you both like did pretty much the same paths, starting different buffs. However, like he went for this, you went for this grab, he went for this grab, same time buffs, and you guys always meet up same side. Because Camille can't do these camps that easily early game.
I have way too much gold right now.
Yeah, you have 1400. That's like
really bad actually.
Yep.
I waste my W.
Their bot should just kill you guys.
Zoe Q.
Is this pre-nerf? Dark Harvest or post-nerf?
Post nerf, dude. I was
Holy
full HP.
many stacks does she have? 4. Yikes. Anyways, you should always give that crap up. Too much gold. You overstayed. You held mid. Like, yeah, we can merc treads. That's good. I like to merc treads buy. Alright.
Would you have path bot here? Or maybe try it for Rift or Gang?
I would just take my red buff first.
Okay, yeah, that's what I did.
And then decide afterwards. You can't give up buffs to Camilla's Graves. She'll just be way more useful than you. Buffs are like better version of Scuttle Crabs. They're fast and easy to do, but they give you like more combat resources. So if Camille gets your red and his on red, he can have like double uptime on red buffs for better ganks. And you're not the one getting the red, right? So your ganks are worse as well. So he's pretty much denying you if he gets both reds. And she pushes wave again, Jesus. You're up 1,000 gold. Alright, finally we get River Vision for the first time this game. This ward has been here for 10 minutes. No one moved to it. Why don't you place a print? You have 2 pinks. Why don't you place one here after clearing it? Is there a reason you didn't ward it?
I think I was saving it for like objective, but yeah.
But you have 2. It's not
saving it
that
for like
bad.
when I started Rift.
Okay. What Drake is this? Another Infernal. Okay, so if you're gonna keep your pinks, probably keep them for Infernal.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice what Drake was up. So it's actually not that bad, but you need to like place it as soon as possible once you clear it, and you can like get another spot for pressure or like vision priority. So they have pinks here. You probably like want to pink this or this, depending on how. Like there you go. You don't know where they are yet. They're coming on you, and you're probably dead.
The game game.
All right, let's watch this again.
Do you think I was just stupid of me trying to clear it?
Let's look at the situation. You have this warded.
Oh.
I'm assuming you have nothing warded in River. You have this blued, or this blue pink ward. So you see Alice start clearing that, and you don't know where Camille is, right? There's like no wards in her topside jungle. Infernal spawning. Odds are enemy junglers coming to Infernal, right?
Uh-huh.
So starting this off. Alistar clears this ward. You saw him on the ward.
Yeah.
Bot is neutral. Mid has prio. So Camille can be, based off your vision, can be here, 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 anywhere here pretty much, right? And maybe even here. Because you don't have
I kind of
wards.
expected that, but I wasn't expecting like the pit.
Right. If you're this like afraid and you have 2 pinks, you might as well just pink over the wall and see if they start it, and then you have your second pink if they clear it. Because once your team is like in position to contest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As you start clearing the pink, and you're also clearing the pink like not at max range. You can do it from here, and if you see someone come on, you E out.
I actually might have even lived if I had been doing that.
Yeah, because you're hitting the pink melee range, and you're a range champion, so it's like you're making the situation worse for yourself. And Alistar is one of the hardest counters to Graves. Braum and Alistar, I'd say they're 2 best supports in the Graves. Maybe even Pike as well. But he's more of an assassinator. So they kind of kill you for not many resources used, and the rest of your team isn't as strong as you. Zaya dies without ulting. And now you guys just probably hard lose this fight. You have too much DPS. There you go.
Very unfortunate.
Yes, very unfortunate. It's like
one team fight and the game's like almost lost.
Yeah, but that's the thing about playing Graves, like, you're more of a follow-up rather than... In competitive, you can't really start fights. People aren't as bad as in solo queue. They're not all, like, orchestrated and organized in solo queue, so... This is why I would have preferred to have, like, I don't know, a Lissandra mid or something to set you up first. And if Lissandra can clear the pink wards with getting initiated on, you can't, because she has aftershock, she has her ult, she'll probably have Zanya's in like 10 minutes from that point. But yeah, she has tools to get out. You have your E and your R. If you're CC, you're dead. Because they'll have follow-up CC, because they're not going to pick like Yas or Master E jungle in these kind of games, you know? They're going to pick Camille's and Zhao, everything that can like lock you down. Yeah, I like this Rift play. You see him on the ward you started. At this point, you're literally 100 gold up. This is why junglers like Camille that just exert so much more pressure. How did they die this song? And they like are just way more valuable in competitive play. That's why I don't see many people playing Graves unless they're playing for like towers and objectives. But if you're playing Graves, you need your teammates to have a lot of hard CC and to be able to like set you up. It's good though. I think you got a 2 for 1 or 2 for 0. Oh, you actually lived. It's good. That was good though from your team to back you up on the rift because you know it's 3v2 if they do come. So you're making plays to win, but like this was the only bad play, but it's such a like your team is losing lanes too hard to make a bad play like that. Like your bot and top lost too hard.
Can't make mistakes.
Right. If your lanes are losing this hard as jungle, you cannot make any mistakes.
Yeah.
It's pretty disgusting, but that's how the meta is. So you guys lost your tier 3 bot because your bot's 0-7. For sure, Echo can kill them both. Wow.
Not this one, I guess.
They're like spam pinking, they're fucking so proud of themselves. Did you guys pick Thresh before they picked Alistar or after? Do you remember?
We picked them before. I think
Right.
Kind of dumb, I guess. Well, that's just his comfort pick. But Alistar takes like 0 skill, so.
Yeah, and Alistar is like decent. Pretty decent Thresh. From what I've seen. Anyways, at this point it just comes down to like better drafts and better early game vision. Because you got denied this. I mean, you got denied your flash because this wasn't warded, this part, after your ward expired. You have to communicate that with your teammates, tell them like what time your ward's expiring. Literally just drop your ward at like a minute, say, okay, this entrance is expiring at 2:30. Same thing with this one, we're on wards, and you guys have to play accordingly. Alright, I goes like, okay, it's 2:30, I'm gonna drop my ward now. I'll see if she's on the crab or if she's on your blue buff. You have to time everything together as a unit. Unless you want to get like triple crabbed and two buffed, or sorry, double crabbed and 3 buffed. As Graves, it's just game over if that ever happens to you. Most likely game over. But you guys aren't that behind, but their bot is just out of control at this point. And I don't think I like the Black Cleaver buy. Their top pass Conqueror, their jungler has true damage. Zoe makes true damage as well. Holy shit. He moves and you stop moving. Wow. He went Titanic without boots. That's how bad Eric Zhang is. He has no idea what he's doing.
He's too good, I can't win.
Yeah, that's the issue with like your team comp. You guys are running Graves when you have losing lanes. You can't ever get away with that. And you don't have enough hard CC or proper initiation. You only have Sion, realistically, and he lost lane 1v1. So like, how useful is he? Honestly, you didn't do anything. Like, you made one big mistake and it was this. So it's good to see that you're improving in terms of like decision making and pathing. Like, and there was this mistake, but that's more of a team lack of vision priority mistake. But you still lost Flash and you still like gave them second Infernal, which could have been like your make it or break it moment.
Yeah, that would have been huge, I feel.
But it's good to see that you're like making way less mistakes compared to before. Like, and your pathing is improved. Unfortunately, your teammates have not improved, so I don't know. They should buy some coaching from someone as well that mains the role. Another Infernal, just your luck. I don't like how you're the one pushing mid.
I didn't want like a rerun of what you saw last time, so I was like, hey, we need prio mid, so I'm just gonna go there and soul push.
No, it's not bad. I actually got 2 people there, but you guys are probably 2 behind. Yeah, you're definitely 2 behind. I would just call it finish it here. Yeah. Oh no, not the EN. Alright, I'll tell you how you should have done this play. Like, your only chance of winning this game is probably in this Infernal, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's your, like, you guys can barely 5v1 Alistar with his ult. I would prefer if you went here and told Zaya to DPS, and then you try to E out or flash out. Because the way you're in,
If I go in the pit,
yes, go in the pit and DPS it from here, and then maybe you can get them to go on you rather than your teammates, or vice versa. Your teammates die, you live, and vice versa. You want to just split up with your from your team. This Caitlyn is pretty strong and she's full health. So, if you were here, I don't like.
we don't have reset either.
Yeah, that too. So it is reset. You have to eat in, and then you're just dead. I'm trying to see if there's like a better way to. No, I think that's the best way. Someone's dying for sure for this Drake. That's 100%. But it's better than your whole team dying and not getting the Drake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At this point, this game is another better JG wins. Fucking Titanic. Camille. Yeah. Pretty actually sad. And like you're still up gold, and all of his gangs, like most of them were just warded. It's nice to see that people say competitive plays different from solo queue though. This game does not orchestrate that at all. Sound gets solo kill level 3 by Kled. Quite crazy. Are you building this for GA?
I literally just wanted stopwatch, and then I was going. I was lacking attack speed, so I wanted PD for the damage reduction, but I don't know if that was. Do you think I should have just rushed GA?
I mean, I don't really think it matters what you build at this point, but
Yeah, at this point.
yeah, probably just go rush GA. Maybe you have a chance if they get caught or something. Get that extra life.
So frustrating because like no one's doing any damage either. So.
I mean, yeah, Kate has one item.
Yeah.
Mid has an item and a half.
So I rush GA, I like lack damage as well.
Yeah, pretty much, but that's the trade-off of having inferior lanes. Get used to it. You have to shot call these buffoons to victory. But like I said, it's actually good to see you're making a lot of improvement in terms of pathing and decision making. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
One day you'll be Smithy, you'll have 4 better players in a team. Don't worry.
Oh, look good. Everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Look at this guy's build, like it's actually sad. Titanic into Trinity Force Stinger first item. Like both Phage and Sheen are better. And he goes Stinger. I don't understand this guy. Just the one trick. It just sucks like seeing games that are not even your fault as jungle. Like there's not much you can do at this point. He just lost 70% of his health to Caitlyn Rapid Fire Auto plus Storm User. Let's watch that again actually. So we don't have wards. How many wards does Thresh have? None. Did he even finish his quest yet? I think he has. Stealth wards 3 on 3. I don't even know. I'm assuming he has. So you sweep, that's good to know if they see you coming. Hit the boss gun, that's good. You guys should probably communicate this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you kind of waste your E there. Misses hook. I don't think it really changed anything. You guys still kill threat and you can't kill Camille, she's too slippery. Nice dodge. Thresh is not landing a hook this entire game. Probably play Soraka or something instead. Like, why play Thresh if you can't land?
He's a Thresh main, I'm not even kidding.
I know this guy plays like Nami too, but what the like? How can you pick Thresh if you're not confident in landing your skill shot? It puts your entire kit together. Honestly, just plays like Soraka is so OP in these like low level scrims or trials or whatever because she's so useful. She basically makes your team have like 6 gems.
Soraka and Graves, it's so
yeah,
fun.
it's amazing.
Frontline, never die.
Yeah, like run like Soraka or Braum or something. Like I don't know, play an easier champ. Or you know, ban Alistar and make them pick something else that doesn't dumpster you this hard. 0-11.
What jungle pick do you think would have been optimal here, like Gragas, maybe?
With an Echo mid?
Yeah.
No, you guys would have too much magic damage. Probably Xin Zhao or I think Pantheon is actually really good. But Pantheon would have been actually really good this game, minus the Alistar pick. Like, Pantheon's going against every champ in this team, minus Alistar. Have you tried Pantheon jungle yet? It like dumpsters, Camille, and Zin.
I used to play him a lot when the Scuttle change first came out.
He's really good right now.
Super good.
I think he's overpowered. Yeah, you need a champ with like a lot of gank potential. Alright, let me tell you what you could have done here instead. Instead of flashing his ult, you could have just Zhonya'd it. Because I'm pretty sure it goes on cooldown. So, unless he's doing the animation, no reason to flash. I mean, if you do Zhonya's, there's a chance Alistar W or flash WQs, but just for like.
I assume he's gonna straight up ult me, which is why I preemptively flashed.
Yeah, but you can like time it. Unless you, I mean, you're 120 ping, right? 110. So maybe you have to kind of predict, I guess, understand. I mean, that's just like a tip in general. That's how I use my stopwatch. Like, I typically like, try to get Zoe to E me or something. Any spells letting me so I can absorb for my team with stopwatch are decent. Or if I'm like the center of attraction. Just like a bonus tip. Obviously wouldn't change the outcome of this game, but yeah. Just for QSS or what is this?
I go for I'm like trying to get Mach because Zoe's like one-shotting everyone. But that's like, it sucks because it's 1 AP. And
one person, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I would, in this game, I would have went maybe Tab Eyes and Merc Sim, because they don't have that much hard CC. It's more like just Camille hookshot. This guy's common or drowsy. So Tab Eyes against these three is kind of useful. And they don't have that much. They have CC, but not like, they have more than your team for sure.
Yeah.
But not as much as like needing to go Merc Shreds and Maw. So good Ninja Tab Eyes QSS. If you have the gold in an actual game.
I just really hate getting the QSS item like finished late game.
Yeah,
it's like I'd rather have damage, but sometimes you need it.
Actually really useful. I think it's, I buy in like 30-40% of my games late game.
Pretty
like,
often? Huh.
I mean, most of the time I'll get focused. Like if they have a Lissandra, they're not gonna ult themselves, they'll probably ult me, so yeah. Like a Malzahar. Those are kind of rare to see. Wow. It's like Alistar's sitting in front of 4 people and we can't kill him. So we're so behind. Yep. Wow, if his stun lined a bit longer, I think we may have been able to kill her.
Would you have played that differently?
Let me see.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we would have lost no matter what.
Yeah, obviously. Alright, first off, you don't E in. That's really bad. I taught you this so many times. If you're gonna E for the stacks, do it horizontally. Like a bit advanced to get an extra armor stack. But if Camille's in auto range, like right there, you would have been able to auto her. Because look what this Alistar ends up doing.
Yeah.
If their team was closer, like these are actually good players, you're auto dead. Zoe one-shots you. Or if you like, right, or if you're like solo, let's say you're the only person here, you E on Camille and your team's doing DPS, you can like use on or your stopwatch and you pretty much just canceled Alistar from the fight.
Would you have just held your E and saved it for the Alistar W?
Yeah. You auto and then E backward or forward or horizontally depending on the situation. If you want armor stacks, if you're disengaging, if you're engaging. The thing is, if you're like I said, if you're solo and Alistar initiates on you, only flash WQs and you predicted, and you actually stopwatch, he just canceled his aftershock for like another 10 seconds because he can't do anything. He can't proc it without WQ. I mean, can use E, but it takes like a longer time. So far, it's like not that big of a deal though, because he didn't die. It's a part with the stopwatch, I'm assuming. Want to determine. So I don't really know why these two are like zoning themselves.
Should I have stepped up or no?
No, I think these two are playing correct, or positioning properly. They should be here. Okay. They are like zoning themselves from an Alistar with aftershock down, and is it down? I don't know. I think that's the replay bug or something, but odds are it is down. Okay, But he has no ult either, so I don't know why they're zoning themselves. I mean, she is 0-6, but she has 2 items, so makes it hard for them to engage or, you know, dive your front line. Your front line's getting dove. It's quite funny. Sorry, I was checking that way more. Because you can't hit anyone except Alistar at this point. Like, there's really no one else you can hit.
Yeah,
Because if you hit him, they're hitting you. I don't think the stopwatch was necessary, but I don't think it would have changed anything, honestly. If you can like block the drowsy, then stopwatch for your echo or something, maybe it's a bit better, but you'll still lose that fight. Look at their items. 3 items. 2 items. 2 items and a half.
Fun champ to play against, Zoe, Camille, as Graves.
Yep. So you guys either gotta draft better, or, you know, don't pick Graves when your mid is an Echo. I mean, that's not why you guys lost. Echo was the second best player on the team. Just came down to a better team, I guess, based off the gold graph. See your damage, actually.
It was actually bad. I feel like you obviously would have done more, but I don't know how I could have changed that.
Well, versus that team, it's a bit harder, but overall, it just came down to a better team, I guess. So you guys got to draft better, set up early game vision, like the first 4 minutes of the game better, and draft better. Because if that's a comfort pick for Thresh, all I want to see is bad picks, like when he gets counter pick bottom.
Yeah. So I guess the big thing is mainly like I'm still not. I need to tell my team like how I control vision early game versus like Zen, Camille, junglers like that.
Yeah, you have to just like have timers for your trinkets, let them know when you're gonna trinket, when they should trinket, etc.
I have to do everything basically.
Yep, that's jungle. People don't understand, like, their jungle is so easy, but there's so much more to it. Cause just because you're autofill and have 4 people on roll and win doesn't mean the role is easy. It's probably like you're literally the quarterback of the team. You have to do everything on your own, because not many people do what they're even supposed to be doing in their own roles. But yeah, you want me to write most of that down, or you can remember it?
Yeah, you can write it, please.
All right. So I forgot to do the notepad again, but all right. First things first. So in these games again, where you have 4 people on voice comms. Place it like it was approximately 230. All right, the first really good thing you did was the gang top, so what am I typing? You know what I mean by red buff camps, like camps near red buff, like Raptors and Krugs?
Yeah.
So again, this was probably like one of the best plays of the game. Like, not many people would have made this play. I'm assuming like most challenger junglers would have went Raptors, Krugs, but you saw like an opportunity gang top. The wave was in the perfect spot. Kled had no flash, and San is pretty easy to gank for if he lands his E and his follow up CC. Because once Kled's like out of his mount, he's pretty much a free kill. He can't escape. So that was really good. after that. So again, early game crabs don't give as much gold. Like they give a lot of gold, but the XP isn't like game changing. So missing out on the early game crabs isn't a big deal till like you're halfway to level 18, like level 9 or 10. Mid game crabs are very good though. So if you can get those whenever you can, do it. Go ahead. But like I said, your bot lane was getting stomped. Like they also got ganked, and Kim I think got an early game kill for I'm assuming their Caitlyn got the kill. And yeah, he just gave Alistar the perfect option to go for that top grab. Even though you're up 2 levels, Camilla's shopped. Again, their bot's winning, and it's just going to be a 4v3 or 3v2. So it wasn't a game-changing situation, but it ended up getting Sound killed again. So he was already losing lane too. So what else?
It's more of a mental thing giving up crabs. It's so hard.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're like winning jungle and like, why should this Camille get the crab, you know?
Yeah.
That's my entire mentality, but I'm working around that myself as well. Like I could see it so much better from your like this point of view from a spectator's point rather than when I'm actually in the game. It makes a lot more sense. It's not even that big of a deal at that stage in the game. So if you guys are starting a fight, oh wait, no, that's after. Trying. So you can get your teammates to like buy pink wards. Like if Dragon spawns in a minute and Echo respawns, say okay, Echo buy pink and keep it for the Infernal fight. Or if he's like, oh, I don't have gold, say okay, you're gonna TP the fight after you recall and reset or something. So you guys have to be ready for those situations because there were like that top side pixel brush had a pink in it for like 10 minutes. No one entered. You can't enter. You're playing Graves. Your top's losing and your mid has pretty much no prio for most of it early game versus Zoe. So when you do have party, tell them to check that brush or just drop a pink if anything. If you drop the pink, then they'll attract maybe Zoe or Camille to, you know, break the pink ward, and then we have more information on where she is pathing towards, or if like Zoe's not reset or ganking a lane. So pink wards are so overpowered, honestly, especially in this meta for crabs and such. Like if you're winning, it's so hard to lose pink wards because imagine like your team is LeBlanc mid, jungle, Camille, and let's say your top lane's like, in this case, let's say Kled, who already solo killed your top laner, you're just gonna have so much pressure on the top side of the map that it's so hard for the other team to like walk into the pink ward, like especially the jungler. So if Echo ever gets party, tell him to just go check the brush, maybe go with him. If you know where Camille is, like bot side of the map, he can just clear the ward. He doesn't have to be scared or anything because we know where he is. So that kind of lost you guys the game, but you guys were already losing, so it could have been avoided though, obviously. The thing is, going to lose the fight or this comes down to like experience and many hours accumulated on the game. If like let's say 3 people on your team are dead and Elder, Dragon, and Baron are up, and you know there's the 4 people on their team that are alive are going for Baron, maybe you and your AD carry can like sneak Elder. Same issue. Like you guys started Infernal, it was like 2k and you guys like all ran, but you're in a position where they could have just chased you. So it was better for you to just go for the Drake, have them all chase after you, or vice versa. You get away and you guys get Drake, or in your case, you all died for nothing. So you guys have nothing and you lost to Drake. So it's better just split up in a situation when you already know you're losing and try to cut the losses and get what you can get.
How many like deaths do you put like how much do you value the Infernal? Like how many deaths is it worth like losing, I guess, like to get Infernal in your eyes?
If you're losing and there's no Baron up, 5. Doesn't really, yeah, the gold is, yeah. You're already losing, there's no bounties. Like, it depends how close you get. If you have like 1,000 gold bounties and stuff, no. But when you're guys are losing every lane and jungle is like barely ahead, yeah, I would trade 5 deaths or Infernal.
Okay. So huge.
Yeah, because if you guys can stall out the game, then the Infernal will come into play late game. If you can't, it won't change anything, you're already losing. So that's how I see it.
Okay.
The best way to win games like that is from getting picks, though. Like, picks into Baron. That's the only way. That's how, like, changed the meta has become. But these are probably the top 5 points in the game. I can't really remember anything. The rest just came down to your teammates being inferior. Something I'm used to, so.
Okay.
So anything else I'm forgetting? Let me think. I mean, you're like your drafts, but that's just comes down to like team play or team drafts. So
I just love Graves too much, but like sometimes he just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it's like it happens all the time. Like I'm like never scared of Camille, but like she always shits with my teammates. I like always have to be on point of like with vision, like tracking her, just making sure she doesn't get ahead of early game. But in this case, she ended up getting like 3 kills at the Infernal fight.
I know what you mean, but it's like your lanes are naturally gonna lose. Like your players are worse, so you can't go for like these junglers that are not gonna make your lanes have a chance. Like you have to go for ganking junglers or setup junglers.
Yeah, like matchup pressure, like Zin.
Mm-hmm. So you guys can like practice a Lissandra Pantheon combo. That's something I ran with my teammate in TCS, and basically you just, if you ever get ahead, you just ult on someone, Lissandra E's in. If they don't have cleanse, W, R, and then your R will finally get onto them as well, and you just CC lock them, and then you get a free pick, and you can play off the map like that. But
I feel like people just assume Pantheon's bad in team play, but I guess it with certain champions it works.
yeah, with the right team comp and the right like frontlining, good. Like for support, I go like Alistar or Braum. For AD carry, like maybe Caitlyn, maybe Lucian.
Just like dive everyone, like
right.
Pantheon. So
yeah.
easy.
Like Caitlyn for the trap, Alistar for the setup plus trap, etc. Top lane, like Sand is fine. But Lissandra is like very good for Pantheon. Because it's just like guaranteed CC. Whereas like someone like LeBlanc is like, can he land the chain? Can he land the second chain, etc.?
Yeah.
Syndra isn't bad either, if you can land the stun. But yeah, comes down to that. You have to understand like your teammates versus their teammates. You won't be Smithy every game, so you have to know when to pick Graves and when to not pick it, and when to pick a mid laner with like actual setup. Like you have to guide your teammates to pick it. Because I wouldn't play Graves with an Echo ever. His CC isn't reliable enough. But yeah, I think we're pretty good for that first game. Any other questions?
No, that covered everything.
All right.
I always have to remind myself vision every game.
There you go.